Hello everyone and welcome to Career Launcher. So in today's class, we are going to discuss about Simla Agreement, or what we call it as Shimla Agreement. This was very much recently in the news. If you are reading any newspaper, I'm sure you must have come across this. And we will be discussing a particular The Hindu newspaper article also in this class because it has been in the news. I'm sure you must have come across this. And we will be discussing a particular Hindu newspaper. So let us begin without wasting our time. I think I'm audible, visible, everything is fine. If yes, then please write yes. Yes, good evening, Kushagra. Welcome to the class. Is my voice clear? So these are some of the images of Shimla Agreement or Simla Agreement. So basically the spelling says Simla, and I'll explain the reason why I have written Simla instead of Shimla. Okay. हालांकि बात same है. I mean both are same thing, but I have deliberately written Simla instead of Shimla because of some reason. We will discuss. Okay. Fine. In yesterday's class, this is first of all those who are new, please subscribe to the channel. In yesterday class, I had discussed about important international organizations, and where we had discussed about World Bank, IMF, IAEA, FATF, and different international organizations. And most likely next week I'll be having class where I'll be discussing international groupings also. Like I'm sure you must be aware of the terms like G7, G20, etc. And BIMSTEC, BRICS, etc. So we'll discuss that also, most likely in the next week class. So you can watch that. And here is an article, here is a video by Govind sir where he has discussed about the Supreme Court's recent judgment regarding CLAT 2025 results. So you can watch that as well. Let's begin with today's class. ठीक है, तो आज ये क्लास शुरू करते हैं because it is 6 है ना, 6 बज गया. So let us begin. तो ये आर्टिकल आ रही थी. This is an article written by Suhasini Adar. I hope you are aware. She writes article related with international relations, or you can say world affairs, on the Hindu newspaper. ठीक है, इनकी आर्टिकल अक्सर आती है, पढ़ा कीजिए आप. So she has actually written about what was the reason for targeting. देखो यहाँ पे भी जो spelling है वो शिमला नहीं सिमला लिखा हुआ है ना, Simla Agreement. So basically, recently we have seen the unfortunate terrorist attack in Pahalgam. After that, India has suspended Indus Water Treaty, etc. So Pakistan has called it waging war, etc. These things. So I have checked it, but Pakistan has threatened to actually cancel or actually withdraw from Simla Agreement, although it has not done it yet. तो हम जहां तक अभी सर्च किए फाइनली अभी तक किया नहीं है, but it has threatened कि I will withdraw from the Simla Agreement, etc. So basically it is in the news, so we have to discuss it. Is there any audio issue? Is there any audio issue? Is there any audio issue? Is the voice clear, or is there any voice is cracking? Please once write it in the comments. It's fine. I think now it is fine, hopefully. Okay. So basically, this was the article. This article, this one was talking about in response to India's decision to suspend 1960 Indus Water Treaty. We have already done a class on Indus Water Treaty. After that, the Pakistan is threatening to actually withdraw from Simla Agreement, etc. That was in the news. Okay, so let us begin with this. अच्छा, अब देखो गौर से, this is the table now where actually this is the image of Simla Agreement. देखो यहाँ पर ना Simla लिखा हुआ है, was signed here on this date and 3/7/1972. So that is why I have written Simla, and I'll explain why. Because actually Shimla जो है, इसका old name Simla होता था, and even today also you will find at different places written. So officially जो है उसमें Simla लिखा हुआ था. That is why I have decided to write this. Is there any audio internet issues? Is audio and video fine now? Fine. Is there any issue? Please write if everything is fine. If not, then please write no. Is it clear? Let me check it because Is my voice clear? Is everything fine? Please respond. Is everything clear? Is my voice clear? Is everything fine? No, but bandwidth is fine. My internet is also fine. I've checked it. It's pausing in between. अब ठीक है? I think it is fine now, hopefully. देखो तो अब ठीक है? Or is it still creating problem? Is it fine now? Or is it still creating problem? No, no. Okay. So sorry for the disturbance. I don't know what happened. So we're talking about it that is called as Simla Agreement or Shimla Agreement. So originally it was called as Simla Agreement. And yes, in the backdrop, why it is in the news? Because the Indian government has decided to suspend Indus Water Treaty. I hope you are aware. We have already made a class on Indus Water Treaty, and I had told you in the last class that I'll be asking questions from here. So in the second half of this class, I will ask questions. ठीक है? तो second half of the class में हम लोग इससे question ही पूछेंगे. ठीक है? And one class has been taken by Govind sir once the treaty has been suspended, so you can watch either of the two. दोनों में से कोई एक आप देख सकते हो. ठीक है? Okay. Now, so let us begin with the question about Simla Agreement. Who was the Prime Minister of India when Simla Agreement was signed? And these are your options. JL Nehru, Indira Gandhi, Rajiv Gandhi, Morarji Desai. What is the right answer to this question? Yes, the right answer is option B. Indira Gandhi is the right answer to this question. B is the right answer. Okay. So basically, Indira Gandhi was the Prime Minister, and this agreement was signed after which incident? Bangladesh War of Independence, India-Pakistan War 1965, Agra Summit, none of the above. What is the right answer? Again, it is stuck, I think. Yes, the right answer is option A. Bangladesh War of Independence. A is the right answer to this question. Actually, it is also called as India-Pak War 1971. Okay. So just after that, this agreement was signed. So on one side was Indira Gandhi, and there was who was the person from Pakistan who signed the agreement? Please tell me. It's working fine on phone, but laptop is glitching. Okay. I don't know what is happening. Yes. The right answer is Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. Yes, Yoyaz Nat and Kushagra Saxena, you both right. B is the right answer. Okay. And in which year this agreement happened? 1972, 74, 76, 79. What is the right answer? The right answer is, what is the answer? Yes, 1972. Very good. So the right answer is it happened. Simla Agreement happened in 1972. So basically, what happened was when India-Pakistan War 1971 happened, or what we call it as Bangladesh War of Independence. So इसमें कुछ Bangladesh War of Independence 1971 के बारे में थोड़ा सा पढ़िएगा, like Operation Searchlight, etc. Started on 25th March 1971, and once it got ended, so 1972 में the Simla Agreement was signed and all. So the right answer is B is the right answer. Yes, Kushagra, Priyanshi, Yoyaz, Nap, you are right. B is the right answer to this question. Okay, so yes, you can see from one side, and this was actually the two sides. I hope you are aware. So Sheikh Mujibur Rahman became the first president of Pakistan. ये question आया हुआ है. And first prime minister of Pakistan was Tajuddin Ahmed. ठीक है. So these two you should be knowing it because per question आया था कि first prime minister, president, ये सब question आ चुका है, especially in 2021 and all. That is why you should be knowing about that. Okay. Now, let's move on. Again, we are talking about Suhasini Haidar's article. What's the reason for targeting Simla Agreement? Okay. I don't know what is happening. Is it fine or is it still? पता नहीं क्या हो गया आज, बहुत परेशान कर रहा है. So basically what happened was, अच्छा मैं धीरे धीरे करके बता देता हूँ, अगर थोड़ा देर बाद रिकॉर्ड होके आ जाएगा, अगर थोड़ा सा डिले भी आएगा. So it was signed in Shimla on July 1972, and just after the 1971 Bangladesh War. So on one side was Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, Pakistan's prime minister, and Indira Gandhi, India's prime minister, was there. Okay. So they had suffered a crushing defeat, Pakistan, etc. So these are the things being talked about. The first thing that was supposed to do was POW, Prisoners of War Agreement. Because once 1971, अरे यार फिर stuck. Still no, that is stuck. बीच में चल रहा है फिर स्टक हो जा रहा है, नहीं तो ऐसे क्लास कैसे होगा? Is it now fine कि अभी भी प्रॉब्लम कर रहा है? I think it's fine now, no? हाँ नेहा लो ये देखो ना क्लास में बार बार स्टक हो रहा है तो स्क्रीन यार से प्रॉब्लम है कि क्या का प्रॉब्लम है तो अभी बीच में क्लास हाँ देखो Is it clear or is it stuck again? अब clear है देखो तो I don't know what is happening because my internet is also fine. I've checked it. Is it clear? My internet is also fine. I think अब सही है. चलो, let's begin. So we were talking about Shimla Agreement that was signed in 1972 between India's Prime Minister Indira Gandhi and Pakistan's Prime Minister Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. So the first thing was to exchange prisoners of war because a lot of Pakistani prisoners were arrested after 1971 war. So the first thing that was signed in Simla Agreement was return or exchange of prisoners of war. The second was resolution of disputes regarding Jammu and Kashmir, where they agreed to settle their disputes by peaceful means through bilateral negotiations or by any other peaceful means mutually agreed upon between them. In addition, Simla Agreement saw the first formal recognition of Bangladesh as a sovereign entity. Okay, so we discuss this. देखो सबसे पहले क्या हुआ था कि this was I hope you are aware so from 1947 till 1971 this was called as East Pakistan. Okay, and this was called as West Pakistan. इतना पता होगा hopefully. So after 1971 war, what happened? This Pakistan is gone and it is called as Bangladesh, and hence this became Pakistan. Okay. Now what happened was so a lot of wars etc. happened. Yes. So a lot of prisoners of war were there, and now Pakistani prisoners of war were arrested by Indians and all. So of course the agreement, this Simla Agreement, happened just to return them back. So there are a lot of things that happened. First, so the Pakistan recognized this as an independent country. Okay, in Simla Agreement. Okay. That okay, they agreed it that okay, Bangladesh is an independent country and Pakistan no longer controls it. The second, this exchange of prisoners of war happens. Prisoners exchange of PWs, exchange of prisoners of wars happen. The third important thing is, I hope you are aware, this line, what we call it as, this line was called as LOC. This line was earlier called as ceasefire line. So this was named as LOC. तो जिसको आप आज LOC बोलते हो, this is actually the term that was used in 1972 Shimla Agreement only, or Simla Agreement, whatever you can write. Okay, so this was used. LOC, line of control word, which we use today in newspapers, is actually a result of Simla Agreement, or what we call it as Shimla Agreement. Okay, so that is what you should know. One more thing is, whenever there is a dispute, especially regarding Jammu and Kashmir or whatever is that will be resolved bilaterally. Whenever India or Pakistan is having dispute, the border dispute, that should be solved bilaterally. It means neither India nor Pakistan should raise this any issue, any bilateral disputed issue on the international level. यानी कि जैसे मान लो कि कोई सार्क में या बिम्स्टेक में या यूएन में जाकर के like we should not be doing, either of the two parties should not be raising this border issues and all, especially that LOC issue will be solved bilaterally. यानी आपस में दोनों कंट्री मिलकर सॉल्व करेंगे, उसको इंटरनेशनल लेवल पर नहीं उठाया जाएगा जो उससे रिलेटेड डिस्प्यूट है, लैंड रिलेटेड. Okay, so that is what it was there in Shimla Agreement. Okay, so the Simla Agreement led to severe criticism, etc. and all. Why international border was recognized as LOC. है इतना detail अब नहीं जाने. Now, so this is what we are talking about. This was recognized as LOC, line of control. And what is the length of LOC? Can anyone tell me? Length of LOC is somewhere around, I would be saying 740, 760 gas per kilometer. Okay, I searched at places and there were different actually answers. So it is somewhere around 740 to 760 kilometers. Okay. Okay. Yes. Now, so they have if you go on Wikipedia and read about it, है ना? Simla Agreement है Zulfikar Ali Bhutto and Indira Gandhi. Zulfikar Ali Bhutto was the president of Pakistan. Indira Gandhi was the president. To settle the differences by peaceful means through bilateral negotiation. ठीक है ना? Bilateral means whenever there will be a dispute, that will be solved bilaterally. Yes, Kushagra, that is why it was criticized. When Pakistan raised that issue in SARC about the land dispute, it was considered as violation of Simla Agreement. The idea behind Simla Agreement was कि land related to disputes हैं वो आपस में solve करेंगे, especially like in the region of Kashmir or LOC etc. ठीक है, that is what and thus denied a third party intervention, even that of United Nations. Okay? Is it clear? So basically, if there is any dispute, we will solve it bilaterally. Even United Nations should not be any interfering in that. Agreement converted the ceasefire line of Karachi Agreement into LOC. ठीक है, तो जो इसको पहले इसको ceasefire line कहते थे ये LOC को 1972 से पहले. Now it is called as LOC. This is actually a result of Shimla Agreement or Simla Agreement 1972. ठीक है, so ये आपको पता होना चाहिए. The next is the agreement converted ceasefire line into LOC between India and Pakistan and agreed that neither side shall seek to alter it unilaterally. है ना? तो दोनों ने एग्री किया कि दोनों में कोई पार्टी अपने मन से एक साइड से unilaterally मतलब अकेले. So they will not alter it. Agreement हो गया कि यहाँ पर आपकी फौज लगेगी, यहाँ पर हमारी फौज लगेगी और दोनों में कोई भी वायलेट नहीं करेगा. तो जो न्यू सीजफायर लाइन यानी जो LOC के लिए इसके लिए ग्रुप बनाया गया था UN मिलिट्री ऑब्जर्वर ग्रुप इन इंडिया एंड पाकिस्तान. This organization or this grouping or whatever you can say, so officers of United Nations and all, this was supposed to ensure that LOC is not violated. The idea of LOC is not violated. ठीक है, इसको कहते हैं मैं दिखाता हूँ UN United Nations Military Observer Group in India and Pakistan. Okay. It has having like in large membership to up to 5 members, 5 members होते हैं, so there are UN officers also etc. So नवंबर से अप्रैल तक इस्लामाबाद में बैठते हैं हेडक्वार्टर एंड मई से अक्टूबर में श्रीनगर में बैठते हैं. ठीक है, so that is what ensure that there should not be violation of LOC etc. So these are the things आपको पता होना चाहिए. खैर put they both the name to conflict and this etc. ना सर the local that the bus per charter negotiation इसमें कुछ खास नहीं बताने को है ना. We'll solve each and everything by peaceful means. So there's nothing much to discuss here. Okay. Now, yes, I was talking about this Simla or Shimla. So basically, this was the old name, and so this name वही Shimla Agreement के बाद actually उसके बाद Shimla word use होना जाने लगा. That is what you should be knowing. Now, why I'm saying it because okay, there is a I hope if you know it, this is actually the toy train or whatever you can say. This goes from Kalka to Shimla or Simla. Okay. And this part of a UNESCO also. And UNESCO World Heritage Site. I just want to know. Why I'm saying because if you book this toy train, okay, which goes from Kalka to Shimla, there is New Delhi. यहाँ पे जाओगे तो ये कालका है, यहाँ से शिमला, यहाँ से टॉय ट्रेन चलती है. शिमला is actually in the capital of Himachal. So this toy train is actually a UNESCO World Heritage Site under the Mountain Railways of India. Okay? I hope you are aware how many UNESCO World Heritage Sites are there in India currently. How many UNESCO World Heritage Sites are there in India? Please tell me. So there are 43 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. One UNESCO World Heritage Site is called as Mountain Railways of India. So the Mountain Railways of India है उसी का एक part है कालका शिमला highway railway line. And when you want to book it, you can book it this ticket through IRCTC. So when you go to the IRCTC and if you write Kalka to Shimla, you will not get any train. So you'll have to write Simla. Okay, aaj bhi even today also, when you want to book a train from Simla to Kalka, that toy train that is available on IRCTC, but you have to write Simla. Okay, abhi bhi bahut jagah Simla chalta hai. And I'll be asking some questions regarding it. Okay. I hope you are aware that we have seen previous year question in this regard. इस topic से related कुछ previous year questions आए that I'm asking it. Who was the Governor General of India when Shimla was made summer capital? I hope you are aware because the British were actually in England. You will find mostly. So when they came to India, especially during summer, उनकी हालत खराब हो जाती थी. So they are not able to live in say whatever Delhi or Kolkata. So they actually decided to name a new city called as Shimla to be the capital, and that was called as summer capital of India because Shimla जो वो hill station है, तो थोड़ा cool रहता था ना. So who was the Governor General of India? And you will find Viceroy's Lodge there. Even today also I have visited there. So who actually moved this? So people are saying D, but the answer is John Lawrence. A is the right answer to this question, not Dalhousie. ठीक है, आप सोचोगे सर डलहौजी एक जगह है. Yes, Dalhousie is a place in Himachal Pradesh. That's true, but Dalhousie did not do this. So Shimla, जो capital बनाया गया था, Sir John Lawrence, है ना? He was the Governor General of India when Shimla was set up as the summer capital, declared as the summer capital in 1864. ठीक है, John Lawrence इतना famous नहीं है actually. सच्चाई ये कि मतलब it's not very famous Governor General, but you should know. ठीक है, 1864 to 69. So basically, this is Viceroy's Lodge. It's a very beautiful place. You will find it in Shimla, and I have gone there. यहाँ पर अभी एक बिल्डिंग इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ एडवांस स्टडीज की ऑफिस है यहाँ इसके अंदर. ठीक है, दैट्स एक्चुअली अ नाइस प्लेस टू विजिट, बट इस पर जाने के लिए आपको काफी ऊंचा चढ़ना पड़ेगा या रोड से जाना पड़ेगा कार से. खैर, सो दिस वाज कॉल्ड एज राष्ट्रपति निवास. ठीक है, शिमला, हिमाचल प्रदेश. दिस इज व्हाट वी आर शोइंग वाइसरॉयज लॉज. ठीक है, वेयर वाइसरॉयज यूज्ड टू सिट. तो बेसिकली जो कैपिटल शिफ्ट किया था वो जॉन लॉरेंस ने किया था, बट ये जो बिल्डिंग बनाया था वाइसरॉयज लॉज इन शिमला, दिस इज एक्चुअली इन शिमला. ठीक है, आपको शिमला में मिलेगा और शिमला व्हाटएवर यू कैन से. सो दिस वाज बिल्ट बाय लॉर्ड डफरिन. लॉर्ड डफरिन वाज ड्यूरिंग द टाइम ऑफ लॉर्ड डफरिन व्हेन लॉर्ड डफरिन वाज द गवर्नर जनरल ऑफ इंडिया व्हेन एक्चुअली 1885 में कांग्रेस वाज एस्टैब्लिश्ड. ये क्वेश्चन अक्सर पूछा जाता है कि व्हेन इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस वाज एस्टैब्लिश्ड इन 1885, हु वाज द गवर्नर जनरल ऑफ इंडिया? So the answer is Lord Dufferin. ठीक है, so that is what you should know. खैर, तो आप देख सकते हो जैकोबियन स्टाइल से ये बनाया गया. This Viceroy's Lodge was made. Now, why I am discussing it? इसलिए देखो ये CLAT का previous question है, and this is the reason why I am discussing it. इस तरह क्वेश्चन. राष्ट्रपति भवन was formerly known as Viceroy's Place. राष्ट्रपति भवन ये नहीं, वो जो दिल्ली वाला है. So where did the Governor General reside before the transfer of British capital was transferred to Delhi in 1911? So please answer this question, then I will explain it. इसलिए मैं ये सब पूरा explain कर रहा था सारा questions because the related questions again can be asked. Please tell me. What is the right answer? Again, it is stuck, I think. नहीं, रायसीना प्लेस तो रायसीना इज एक्चुअली रायसीना हिल वही है जहाँ पे राष्ट्रपति भवन है दिल्ली का. अब क्वेश्चन पहले गौर से देखो. ओके, देखो, लेट मी एक्सप्लेन. फर्स्ट, प्लीज टेल मी, here is Kolkata, right? Initially, the capital of British was Kolkata. It moved to Delhi in which year? Please tell me when the capital was moved from Kolkata to Delhi. कब मूव किया पहले बताओ. अभी क्वेश्चन में लिखा हुआ है वो. Actually, it moved from Kolkata to Delhi in 1911. ठीक है. हाँ, अब देखो, you have to understand it. जो ये वाला इसकी बात कर रहे थे हम लोग, जो शिमला बिकेम इन द कैपिटल 1864 में ही बन गया था. 1864 में. ठीक है. सो बेसिकली बिफोर 1911, 1864 में यहाँ पर शिमला कैपिटल बन गया था. समवेयर है ना, शिमला होगा. ठीक है. 1864 से टू 1911 every summer the capital used to shift from Kolkata to Shimla. Train से जाते थे लोग. Yes. Okay. Is it clear? So that is why there is a very famous train. I'm sure you must have heard called as Kalka Mail. This is one of the oldest train of India, and it used to connect Khara, that is Kolkata, to Kalka. So Kalka se within they used to go by actually what we call it as toy train. Okay. I think it's clear. So Kalka Shimla की बगल है Kalka, but we have just discussed it. So they used to do it 1864 to 1911. Then 1911 में the capital shifted to Delhi. उसके बाद when they are supposed to move actually from Delhi, they used to go to Shimla, है ना, via Kalka, you can see. ठीक है. Now the question is, in Kolkata before 1911, the Viceroy used to sit in Kolkata in winter time, जो मेन कैपिटल होता था. तो यहाँ पर वायसरायज का लॉज क्या होता था? वायसरायज लॉज बताना है, और वेयर एक्चुअली वायसराय यूज्ड टू सिट, ये आपका क्वेश्चन पूछा गया था. So when Viceroy used to sit in Delhi after 1911, this is called as Rashtrapati Bhavan today. This is the place where Viceroy used to live, or Governor General of India. In Himachal, मैंने बताया शिमला में जब गर्मी होती थी, when there was summer capital, that they used to sit in Viceroy's lodge is there, है ना? So what is the name of the Viceroy lodge? That was where Viceroy. ये क्वेश्चन पूछा गया. Please tell me, before 1911 in winters, because summer में तो वहाँ शिमला चले जाते थे. Please tell me the answer. This question was asked in the exam. ठीक है. Belvedere House. Yes, A is the right answer. Raisina Hill तो वही हो गया जो दिल्ली में है, राष्ट्रपति भवन. That's called as Raisina Hill. Writers Building भी कोलकाता में. ये तो दिल्ली में हो गया. Raisina Hill है ना. Secretariat Building तो हर जगह होती. The answer is Belvedere House. Here it is, Belvedere House. This also I have seen. यहाँ पे मैं गया हूँ. Belvedere House. This you will find it inside National Library Kolkata premises. Kolkata premises of. When you get a chance to visit Kolkata, अगर आपको कोलकाता जाने का मौका मिले, so you'll go to the Alipur Zoo, just nearby Alipur Zoo, you will find National Library Kolkata. Inside the campus of National Library Kolkata, you will find this Belvedere House. ठीक है? Is it clear? Is it clear? Hopefully. ये मैं इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ because these questions were asked in the exam. ठीक है? I hope it is clear. I don't know why there is so many problems. Is it fine, everything? पता नहीं आज बहुत प्रॉब्लम हो रही है उसमें. So let me ask some question and answer. So because I had told you that I'll be asking questions regarding Indus Water Treaty. So shall we begin? So let us begin with the first question. Please read it and answer me. The river which starts near Mars Sarwar goes to India, then goes to Pakistan, where it falls near Karachi port in Arabian Sea. The answer is Indus River. Yes, very good. Is the right answer. ये PYQ है, कहीं MH से CLAT वगैरह पूछा था. Starts near Lake Mansoura, goes to Ladakh, then goes to Pakistan, and here is Karachi port, where it falls. Indus River, also known as Sindhu River, mentioned in Rig Veda. That is what you should be knowing. Here is Arabian Sea. A is the right answer. Yes, Priyanshi, Kushagra, Yoyasna, you all are right. A is the right answer. The next is with reference to Indus River system. 3 of them pour into one of them, which joins the Indus indirect. Among the following, which one of the following joins the Indus direct? Chenab, Jhelum, Ravi, Satluj. Please tell me. ये भी किसी बहुत prominent exam में question पूछा गया है. The right answer is इन सब ये इंडस जा रही है, इसमें और सारी 5 रिवर मिल करके ऐसे ज्वाइन करी थी. ये वाले रिवर का नाम बताना है. The last one to join. The last one actually to join is Satluj. He is the right answer. ठीक है, not Jhelum. ठीक है, मैं दिखाता हूँ. Here it is. देखो इंडस जा रही, उसके झेलम, चेनाब, रावी, ब्यास, सतलज सब मिल गई, लास्ट में ये सतलज बन के जा रही है। ये सब जो है सतलज है मिली, और फिर सतलज जाके मिली, इसको पंजनाद यहाँ पर कहते हैं। ठीक है, so this was question, I know slightly confusing था, but this question was asked in some exam and that is why I showed you. So this is the right answer. ठीक है ना, उसको पंजनाद कहते हैं, जो सतलज है ना, here that's called as पंजनाद in Pakistan after all the rivers meets and all. The next is what is the length of Indus River? ये तो कम चांस से पूछेंगे, but you should know it, 3180 kilometer. Why I'm discussing, because Indus Water Treaty, so they can ask questions in Indus river system and all. So you should know B is the right answer. 3180 kilometer. ठीक है, yes, actually, है ना। इंडस वाटर ट्रीटी, ये अगर आप चाहो तो पढ़ सकते हो, इंडस वैली सिविलाइजेशन पे हैड टेकन अ क्लास, गो एंड वॉच इट, है ना। यस, वेरी गुड, आप लोगों ने आंसर किया। It was signed between India and Pakistan in which year? I hope you all should be answering it. मैं fast जा रहा हूँ because I believe that you all should be knowing. And who were the two prime ministers? है ना? Yes, the right answer is option B, 1960. Yes, Priyanshi Kushagra, you are right. And it was signed between India and Pakistan. And who were the two leaders? ये बता दो। So basically, it was between Jawaharlal Nehru and Ayub Khan. So D is the right answer. Okay. That is what you should know. And brokered by World Bank, ये भी पता होना चाहिए। तो ये अभी न्यूज में, so of course they can ask. It was signed in Karachi, है ना। Jawaharlal Nehru and Ayub Khan were the people who did it. Mediated by World Bank, we have done. So that is what you should know. है ना, ये याद रखिएगा। है ना, so if you are interested, you can go and read out it on their website and all, 1960 and all. ठीक है, so that is what we are talking about. और इंडिया को कितना वाटर मिलना था? It would get water from how many rivers? 3, 5, 2, 1. The answer is 3, है ना। इंडस, झेलम, चेनाब को पाकिस्तान, एंड रावी, ब्यास, सतलज इंडिया वुड गेट, एंड प्लस इंडस का 20% वाटर इंडिया कैन यूज फॉर इरिगेशन पर्पस। दैट वाज द एग्रीमेंट, है ना। A is the right answer to this question. Kushagra, Priyanshi, you are the right. A is the right answer. You asked that, you are the right. रावी, ब्यास, सतलज इंडिया को मिलता है, ऊपर का 3 जो है ना, तो टॉप 3, तो इंडस, झेलम, चेनाब पाकिस्तान को, ब्यास, रावी, सतलज नीचे वाला इंडिया। That was the agreement. That is very much in the news. That is why I'm discussing it. एक बार और डिस्कस करा दे रहे ताकि आपको याद रहे, ठीक है। And they were supposed to have permanent Indus Commission, and there would be commissioners from both the countries will come together, and they will share the data, etc. and all. Now, since India has cancelled it, so of course there is no need. Now India will not be sharing any data to Pakistan, ठीक है। And now it can put some dams also, ठीक है। So बहुत सारी बात है कि whether we can stop it today or not, कि आज ही आप एक साथ stop, because it's not possible कि next day we can stop all the water flowing because it is a natural flow. So we can have we can put some dams, but there are a lot of environmental issues also. Dams जो है ना, वो बनाया जा सकता है, and dams बना के stop किया सकता है, बड़े-बड़े dams, but generally environment point of view से it is not considered as very good to make big dams. मतलब उसको environmentally उतना अच्छा समझा नहीं आता है, there are lot of issues associated with that. पर ये सब न्यूज में था, so we have discussed about it, है ना। Indus Department of Water Resource, है ना, Ministry of Jal Shakti के अंदर, that is what you should know. So Jal Shakti Minister का नाम पता होना चाहिए, who is the Minister of Jal Shakti? Who is the Minister of Jal Shakti? Since it is in the news, you should be knowing it. ये सब बेसिक चीजें आपको पता होना चाहिए, है ना। The answer is Mr. C.R. Patil, right? He is the right answer to this question. ठीक है. So basically, we are ending this class here. I know that there were some issues, tech issues regarding it, but yes, Shimla Agreement is important. जो मैंने बताया, because इसको एक बार देख लीजिए, कहीं पे फंस गया तो आप रिकॉर्डेड वीडियो एक बार देख लीजिएगा. I know that there are some issues regarding it. Yes, okay. So we are ending this class here. So this is all about today's class. Thank you everyone. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.